Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and today I am live in Santa Monica, California for the AI Vibes event that Tal Navarro and her team hosted. It's been an amazing event, and I just saw Irina Proskorina speaking, and she spoke on AI and PR. And hey, for all of our entrepreneurs and executives that are listening, I had to get her on the show. So, Irina, first off, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, so AI, PR, we're going to get into this, but first off, just this amazing event, AI Vibes. How you like the event?
I love the event, and I am a friend of Tal, and we met in New York, where I'm from, and she's amazing, and she mentioned that she's going to have this event, and I said, listen, I'm starting my career as a speaker as well, me being a CEO and founder of EPR Online, and we're doing digital PR, so I would like to introduce people to my company and help people and bring value, because when somebody go into traditional PR, they charge like retainer fee with the contract for a year, and for small medium businesses nearly impossible, to handle this amount of money. So we build a digital platform where we collect 17,000 media in 137 countries.
Yeah.
So anybody who have any budget can go and manage their own PR campaign thanks to our platform. You choose country, language, and your niche, and there is open catalog, and you just buy it from directly, you know?
Now you're a founder. Were
Yes.
you always an entrepreneur? Like, was that always something you had in you?
Yes. I am a multi-series entrepreneur. I used to have a modeling agency called Forma Models, because I used to be a model myself, like a while ago. And then I opened a modeling agency. And so I was running this business until COVID. In COVID, nobody needed models. And I realized that I need a digital business. So probably this is the future. And that's how EPR was born.
What was your first business? Go further back. Go further back. Do you remember? Like, what was the
I
first
sold my
one?
bicycle.
Oh, did you? Well, how many? That's not a business unless you sold more than one. Go way
Like
back.
serious business, yes, the modeling agency.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What was
that
the kid business? Did you have kid business?
Always,
Well, give me a kid
always.
one.
I was collecting plastic bottles, and I was giving it away, and made some money. I used to live in close to the factory, and you're supposed to bring chicken from one place to another, and that's how you made money, you know. And that's like I did everything, like.
Did that just come natural? Did it come from somebody? Like, what was
I
the
think
influence? Did you just
no influence? Regular
Wow.
family, very average people. Like I mean, I
just
love
did
my
it. You
parents.
just went out and did it.
I was just born like this. Yes.
Yeah. What keeps you kind of going forward? Like, you had obviously a little bit of a pivot and stuff, so it doesn't have to be anything as extreme as COVID, but just in general, what
motivation?
motivates you? What keeps you going forward?
Well, I believe that a self-progress, that's why we all born, and that's what we need to do. And me now being a mother of two small children, it's definitely motivates me, to set an example and to
Three children, because you have your business, so
yes, exactly. Two dogs, two parents, everybody under my roof.
Wow.
I have to take care of everybody.
You're not busy.
No. Not enough.
No, you are. Absolutely.
That's, and also, I love to listen to a motivational podcasts. That's why I like, and I love what you do. You're doing great stuff. Like this is really needed today for society. And even if somebody listens to me right now, and I'm an immigrant from Russia in US, running my own business, having family,
So
all this
inspiring.
stuff. Inspiring. And if I inspire somebody, I would be happy, if I, inspired somebody. So when I listen to somebody who been through some difficulties and made it and strong enough to be here and to make a world a better place, that motivates me. Yes, definitely.
So your pivot from obviously modeling, the model agency to PR. Now, when I think about, and we just met, so I'm not gonna, you correct me if I'm wrong, but you had when you were modeling in that part of your life, you saw the power of PR.
Yeah.
You saw what it can
Yeah.
do for brands. You saw it on another level that, let's say that the business owner that watches this, maybe they're like, do I need PR? Do I that's for the athletes, that's for the models, that's for the this or the that. But you saw the power of it.
Yeah.
So when you decided like what was going to be your next thing, digital's broad. You could have did a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
things. What drew you to that field?
I graduate MBA in New York and I start working as a chief marketing officer for sometimes in a big fashion brand.
Yeah.
And I was hiring those traditional PR agencies and I saw that, the
And you were
game
like,
that they
"What?"
play.
You're like,
yes,
"What?
yes,
Come
many
on."
red flags.
Yeah.
And I decided that
You're like, you don't know
yeah.
where I'm from. I
Yeah.
don't like. You're like,
I'll
you
show
don't know
you,
who
right?
you're,
Yeah, yeah,
talking to.
yeah.
Go ahead, please.
So, small and medium businesses, a lot of small medium businesses, they deserve to be in line.
Absolutely.
They're doing great job. Like they really bring value, and just because they don't have enough budget doesn't mean that they don't,
Yeah.
deserve to be in a digital presence. So I was thinking I need to show them and educate them how powerful it is, because end of the day, every business, they need sales.
Yeah.
And how do you get sales?
Yeah.
Because of your publicity. You need people need to know about you. Even if you're a coffee shop, people need to know that there is a coffee shop around the corner.
Yeah.
And, like if I Google like coffee shop near me, it needs to appear in a Google. And we all use Google,
Yeah.
like if
and
you
I
wanna,
do the near me search.
Yeah,
Not
yes.
everybody does the near me
Yeah.
search,
No?
believe it or
Really?
not. No,
Oh,
no.
wow, no,
I've had
yeah.
a couple friends where I'm like, they're so online. I'm like, no, you can actually buy things in person.
Yeah.
Look, go near me and
Yeah.
it'll show a different
yeah,
search.
Yeah, yeah. No, and plus, like if we talk about coffee shop, for example,
Yeah.
isn't it nice to get a book, to go to the coffee shop,
Yeah.
to sit, to breathe in air, to read your book, to drink a coffee, right? Like that's something about it. And then they have like good reviews, they
Yeah.
have a good reputation. It's like invest in your reputation. And plus it's article stays online forever. So if a small business dedicate some budget and invest in some PR, it's gonna stay there forever. And plus we place all the contacts of the business, like if I read about something and I like the business, then I just follow the contacts and I buy from them, not
Yeah.
from the competitors, because competitors didn't do some PR. So
Yeah.
PR is very powerful. It's a fourth, power in US.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the world, I mean.
How does AI play into this? Like some of the things that you, especially that I heard in your speech, like how does
Yes.
AI play into this?
Yes. So on my speech, I was talking about fake news, a lot of fake news, AI-generated fake news, and fraudsters use fake websites to generate
Yeah.
some revenue.
Wow.
And this revenue goes directly to them, So even one of the biggest agencies that regulate all the news, called News Guards, they detect over 1,000 fake websites already, So how EPR can contribute and help, we build a team of prompt engineer copywriters and to ensure that the text is filtered and checked by human before it goes to the internet.
Of course.
And it still maintain the speed, but the quality is much better than if it's just AI generated.
Yeah. How does that work with the like when you're bringing on somebody new, you're getting to know their story or otherwise? Like, how does that piece of it work? Like, is there any kind of like tools or resources for them there?
Like if we have a new client,
Yeah,
you
like
mean?
the business owners.
Yeah, so business owners come in and we do like strategic session. Please tell me all your pain, like low sales or like
Yeah.
less publicity or whatever, what you feel like, what is bothering you. And he said this and that. I said, okay, let's do A, B, C, D. So we have a plan and then we proceed. So I give a copywriter make an article, the client doing proofreading and everything is ready. We take some pictures, we send to media,
Yeah.
boom. Next day he Google himself, he's a star on the first page of Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
very
excites
easy.
you about PR right now? Whether it's technology, stories, otherwise, like because you have a unique vantage point because you're in front of a lot of, people, a lot of businesses, a lot of things. So you get to kind of see the flow. What excites you right now in PR?
I love my clients. I mean, imagine like having PR. Everybody needs PR, and
Yeah.
you every day you talk to people with different businesses, and that excites me because it's a real story. One
Yeah.
day church order from us, next day sex shop order from us.
Yeah.
Like this is so
Like you don't know what's
you
gonna
don't know,
happen next.
and everybody have their own unique story because
Yeah.
when you do PR, like you need to know about the founder. You need to know about the how the business was created. Like you taking interviews, and
Of
it's like
course, yeah.
same as you, right? Like you taking interviews from different people, and it's exciting
Yeah.
to hear everybody's stories, right? Like how they made it, how they started, and this is just wonderful. It's like a flow of life and energy. Different, like you don't stuck, you don't do basic everyday routine job. It's always something new. It's
Yeah.
always something different energies.
Absolutely. Talk to me about the like importance of story, like in narrative.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes when business owners think about PR, they think like, oh, I did a press release once to announce maybe a change of CEO or this or that. Like there's different types of PR. So there's the
Yes,
type of PR
yes,
that's
yes,
just
yes.
very bulletin board-esque, we'll say. Like in old school, just notifications, there's
Yeah.
different kind. But like what you do, and we're talking about, not saying you don't do that, by the way, but the story part, the narrative, like talk about that a bit.
Yeah, you need to have something unique. What makes you different from others?
We need a hook.
Yes,
Like, why should
yes,
people care?
yes,
Why
yes,
should someone
yes,
read
yes,
this?
Yes, yes. Very catchy, very,
Yeah.
like if you were a fashion brand, like maybe you use specific technique or
Yeah.
maybe you use specific material, or something. Like should be something about your brand that other brands don't do. So it's an informational occasion, or
Yeah.
maybe there is something happened to your company or to, I don't know, in the world and
Yeah.
you you need.
And the thing I like to tell people is I'm like, think about how you consume content. If you won't read it, then why should somebody else? Just because it's
Exactly.
you, it doesn't mean that okay, now people want to read. I mean,
Exactly,
especially for the
exactly.
entrepreneurs, we
Yes,
know
yes.
we start a business. It
Yes.
doesn't mean everybody runs to our door and gives us their money, right? That's not
Yes,
how usually
yes,
how
yeah,
entrepreneurship works.
Yeah. True.
So looking at if somebody's never done, I want to just talk for a moment to somebody that's never done PR in the past. They've heard about it, they've thought about it, they're not, they're like, do I need it, do I not? Like, where do they start? Like in general, where do they
Yes.
start?
For example, in our platform, we implement AI that helps you in this case. So if you're very, very new to the media, you just tell AI, like, listen, I am owning a coffee shop in New York and my budget is $3,000, for example. And AI will start looking what's the best media for you, suggesting you something. Or in our roadmap, it doesn't exist yet, but we're building it. The AI is going to show you an example how your article is going to look like. So
Yeah.
the entrepreneur get inspired, like, oh, it looks nice. I want to do it. So before he spends any money or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
So this is actually really simple, I think. Because that's you famous on internet in Google by placing articles in famous media.
Yeah. And
There is no rocket science,
and I
it's-
tell
yeah.
people this all the time. I'm like, you'd be shocked what happens when you start doing it.
Yes,
And it
yes.
accumulates over time. It's like some people get lucky.
Yeah.
They put something out and it
Yeah.
just, all these amazing things happen. But
Yeah.
but in general, if you have gotten lucky, then consider it that. Unless you just dropped a hit album or something that
Yeah.
just has
Yes,
never happened or
yes.
something. But in general, if you got lucky, I got lucky. My very first piece of PR, don't even know how I got a Forbes placement, and then my second one was IBD, and this is years ago when I was in money management and stuff like that. So those were big publications when that mattered for me, and I got lucky. And then I had a dry spell, and I was like, oh wow, wait a minute, like nobody's called me in a while.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
cares.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
I didn't know anything about this
Yeah.
like years ago. This is a
Yeah.
solid
But
decade
even
ago.
if you don't give up.
Yeah.
You just keep trying. Like, did you
Well,
see
then
that,
I learned it,
that,
but now what you do is you need to have a strategy. So they need to
Yeah.
work with a company like yours. They need to think about. They need to set aside a budget.
Yeah.
Think about this is our 5-star PR.
Yeah.
For me, I was just lucky. I didn't even
Yeah.
know. I wasn't even trying to get, like, it was just some random inquiries. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll comment. And I'm like,
Yeah.
then I'm like, isn't this cool? And then I realized what the value of that was. It was just
Yes.
dumb luck,
Yes,
dumb
yes,
luck.
yes.
So I'm like, but then when the luck ran out, I'm like, wait a minute, that's not how it works. You don't just.
But also, you asked me what excites me.
Yeah.
Like, the reaction of a client, because especially if they're new to
Yeah.
PR and media,
Oh, yeah.
they didn't. They always wanted to try, and
Yeah.
they finally tried it, and then they saw themselves
Yeah.
online.
And a
in
lot of
article,
times when they
they're
share
like,
it,
wow,
yeah,
they
and then they
their-
share it, and
all
that's
the
their
relatives and
most
friends, like, oh my
yes,
god, people believe everything, whatever is on internet.
Yeah.
You get more clients, like they so excited, and I see this excitement.
Yeah.
But then guess what? They start monitoring themselves every day. Google News, like everywhere, and they need more and more and more. And I said,
Yeah.
like, I was talking to this lady, she's 40 years in PR, and I said, well, PR is like a drug. You know what she
Yeah.
told me?
Yeah.
Attention is a drug. So
Yeah.
it's like psychologically, people want attention.
Is that
And
a good enough? Is that a good enough hook for this episode? Attention is a drug
Attention is a drug. Yeah.
with
yeah.
Irina.
Yeah.
I won't do that to your branding. Don't worry, but
Oh my God. Can you imagine? No.
no, I wouldn't do that with your branding. But it
Yeah.
is funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Irina, I have to say, I really appreciate you taking some time out of the conference and coming up after your speaking engagement to engage with our audience over at Mission Matters. That being said, I want you to look into the camera. I want you to tell people how they can follow up, how they can learn more.
Yes, please go to e-pr.online, or you can contact me directly. You're probably going to leave some information.
Yeah, we'll put the links and all the good stuff in the show notes, so don't worry
I'm
about
happy
that.
to help. The strategic session is free, and even if you spend like 10 minutes of your life, and we're going to discuss something about your brand, and even if you're not order, but it's going to leave some understanding of what you have to do next, that would be really I would be really pleased to give you this time and help you with
Amazing.
whatever you need.
Amazing. Well, and for everybody listening, if you need something else to do right now, it's hit that subscribe button if you haven't done it yet, especially if you've been listening to us for a long time. This is a daily show. Each and every day, we're bringing on new guests, new founders, new amazing stories for you. I don't want you to miss a thing, so definitely hit that subscribe button. And Irina, again, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you so much.